And welcome back to the Sanctuary of Growth. Today I'm here to talk just a little bit about authenticity. I think with the new year starting and lots of energy and different things around, it's important for us to continue on our journey of self growth, finding our highest truths, our intended concept of ourselves, and why ultimately this sense of authenticity is so important to our lives. Um, let's think about, our highest self and what this means. We know that the journey to the truth is entirely unique for everyone, yet there seem to be several universal experiences that kind of appear to be common across humanity overall. The first is our sense of self. What do you think about when you really kind of hone in on this aspect? Answering this huge question of who I am, honestly and with intention, takes a lot of self control and a lot of retrospective looking inward. Developing healthy coping mechanisms, self care practices is also extremely important throughout this process because we're uncovering parts that are both, have positive attributes and negative, and it's important that we're supporting ourselves throughout that. But back to, figuring out the best versions of ourselves, this really is the beginning of our self discovery and the beginning to answering this question. As I said, is all about looking within. Um, our sense of belonging certainly has an awful lot to do with who we see ourselves as and who we want to be. Um, this is also another one of those universal humanistic traits, our connectedness to others, and the bonds created, in addition to the impact that these connections have on our lives overall, can help us to really gain a greater connection to what we truly value and need to feel in order to feel that sense of belonging or connection to something greater than just ourselves. And for us to be able to positively look at the world around us and see what we have to contribute. Our relationships really help us to do this. Realizing our unique importance and that this journey develops over our entire lifetimes, that it's constantly changing and transforming, helps us to gain a greater understanding of ourselves and what we need to be secure in who we are, in addition to what we're seeking. I think looking inward requires us to look at our past relationships and current and figure out which ones, gave us a sense of ourselves and empowerment and feeling that we learned or grew in some kind of way. Um, Looking at those really helps us to understand what we are seeking in those connections and how we need belonging and also how others need us to feel that sense as well. Um, our life purpose definitely is something that goes into all of this. It's universal. Uh, Also, another humanistic trait, we're all trying to figure out, what is really most important to me? What do I really want to accomplish in this life? Why is it important? Where did it come from? Where does this stem? What significance does it hold on myself as well as others? And what impact will this have overall? Do my intentions cause growth for myself and others, or do they cause stagnation and negativity? These are big questions to ask because we all have a balance of both. And it's perfectly okay to not have automatic answers. These are all developmental, again, like anything throughout a journey to self discovery. They transform, they change with each new experience that we have. Um, the point here, I think, is just to begin to explore your reactions, your intentions in these areas, your sense of self, your sense of belonging, and seeing how all of these connect to your life purpose, and determining which ways you feel, you know, um, they're in alignment or out of alignment and creating issues. Um, I think when we begin to answer some of these questions and look inward and begin to kind of make a list of the pros and cons of what we see as growing and what we see as causing us to be kind of stuck. Negative self thoughts, those little voices within that tell us that we're not good enough or we're not trying or that everything is someone else's fault. We have to clear those away to be able to see that ultimately we're all in control of our own destiny, and that if we want change, we have to truly invest and start looking, um, you know, at all of these things to see what makes sense and what ultimately does not. Um, so, as always, these were just kind of a few ideas that I had pop up on authenticity that I wanted to share with all of you. As always, wishing you growth, peace, and numerous blessings on your journey ahead. Hoping that 2017 is very blessed, and will come with a great amount of self discovery for you as well. Blessed be. Until next time.